May is Women's Mental Health Month. Let me just say this, women. We have been being the superwoman for a long time. And if you notice, Superwoman really doesn't exist. There's Wonder Woman, a lot of other Marvel characters, but there's no Superwoman. So we have literally been been doing and trying to be a superhero that doesn't exist. And we need to let her go. We need to let that die. If you don't do anything else for yourself in the month of May, make sure you take care of you personally. Make sure you examine yourself mentally, emotionally, socially, financially, spiritually to make sure that you are okay. Stop everything sometimes and just rest. Stop and just relax and not think and not be everything to everybody. Open up your mouth and just say, you know what? Not today. I can't show up today. I can't do this today. I don't have the capacity. I'm sorry. I'm unable to make it. Or, in the words of my good friend Kathy Merritt, just say no. No is a complete sentence in and of itself. I learned that in her balance class. A young lady who had multiple children, holding down a job, a single mom, and yet she found time to do and be, to teach a women's class and to teach us about balance. And she did a wonderful job. And at that time, I remember watching her children. They were so young, but they were independent. They knew what to do, they had a routine. So when she said no was a complete sentence, literally, my mind was blown because she was so right. We are so used to explaining, justifying, and feeling guilty anytime we cannot do something, but you are just one person. In Mental Health Awareness Month, make sure you examine how many things you're saying yes to and why you are doing it. Often we're doing and saying yes because we want to please, impress, and not disappoint. But you're one person. If you got to please somebody all the time, or if you work hard to please a friend, turn around and look and see how many times that friend is pleasing you. It's not quid pro quo, it's just reciprocity and understanding that just like they can't always show up for you, you're not required to show up for them all the time either, especially when it puts your mental health at risk. I know that sounds crazy to some people, but when you do something that you really don't feel like doing, that you're too tired, that you don't have the resources, that you don't even know if you can show up as your best self. Have you ever gone to something and everybody in the room go, "Oh my gosh, are you okay? Hey, good to see you. You look tired." Now you pulled yourself together. You came at the last minute and you showed up, and all people can say is how bad you look. That was your indication to not do that again. Because even though you showed up, they recognized right off the bat that you weren't you. And when you cannot be authentically you, then that's a time to rest. That's a time to say no. So make sure that you understand, if you're always trying to please, maybe that's not the person you should be engaged with. Maybe you need to take a step back. Maybe they need to be moved to the outer court. They shouldn't be a priority, because if everything they do you've got to please, that's not a healthy relationship. If you're trying to impress, ask yourself why you're trying to impress whoever it is that makes you show up when you're tired. When you find out why, then you'll find out how, the reason that you don't need to continue doing it. When you want people to see you in a certain way, there is nobody, and it is never healthy for somebody to think that you're just pleasant and wonderful all the time, because that is not true. Every one of us we have our best days, our worst days, and our ugly days. And so if your thing is to always be like, yeah, nothing bothers me, nobody, the people that you're showing up for don't know the real you anyway. They're not missing anything, they're not gaining anything, and neither are you. It's May, and it's Mental Health Awareness, women. Let's take inventory. Let's put ourselves in priority. Let's choose ourselves and not feel guilty about it. Make sure you do something positive. Set some goals for you. Reevaluate the way you want to spend your day and to spend your life. I love you, and it's been your girl, Candid with Kim. Take care of you mentally, emotionally, socially, financially, spiritually, physically. They're all connected.